Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays, and today we're playing The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. Up there in contention for the longest title for a board game ever. This is an odd little one actually, because this was not at all on my radar. And I went to a board game shop and picked up another game that had been on my radar for a little while. And this one was sitting on the shelf and I thought, it's 30 bucks. Why not give it a crack? And it's awesome. It's so cool. I wish the Two Towers one just got announced recently. So if this one is motivation for you, hopefully the Two Towers will also be worth a pickup. But again, I rate these games on multiple little criteria: solo / 2-player / multiplayer. This one definitely would be really fun to play in a group. 2-player looks good, and solo probably about the same as 2-player. It's got a few, the way that you play the game is different to a traditional trick-taking game, particularly for a co-op trick-taking game as well. So anyway, let's nip over to the table and we'll have a look. So this is Frodo Baggins. So this here is Frodo Baggins. And as you can see, he has the One Ring. We have 3 other characters in Gandalf, Pippin, and Bilbo. And those will all get to be utilised in this first round. So as a solo player, the way that the game works is you're actually going to play as all 4 hands, all 4 characters. So these guys will be lined up here. And we'll actually have a row of cards for each of them, which is going to be 4 each. And that is the game. Now, the uncertainty and the challenge comes from each of the decks will get added to each turn. And the characters have certain specific goals that they are trying to achieve. So for Frodo, his goal is to achieve claiming 4 or more rings cards. This is the One Ring, but there are 4 other versions of that in this deck, which I'm about to shuffle. But let's read the story for this very first chapter. The game's split into chapters. Chapter 1. When Mr. Bilbo Baggins of Bag End announced that he would shortly be celebrating his 11th birthday with a party of special magnificence, there was much talk and excitement in Hobbiton. Excellent. So this flips over now and we have our goals and the characters that we have to play, or that some have to be played and some can be chosen from. So in chapter 1 we only have 4 characters, which is Frodo, Bilbo, Gandalf and Pippin. And our victory is we need to succeed in everyone's goals. Because we're playing solo, everyone's goals. So these little markers indicate the people that need to be chosen, but because we're playing solo, I'm not going to do that. So the next thing that we do is we deal out the hands for these characters. So I've shuffled this deck, we're going to deal out the hands. Ooh, another rings. Okay, Frodo's not looking great at the moment. Frodo needs to win rings. Okay, that's 8, 8, 5. So there's 5 suits. We've got hill, forest, shadow, mountain, and rings. And each of these characters has a requirement in what they need to achieve. Gandalf, he is required, we also have 1 lost card, which we'll use in a second. Gandalf's objective is to win 1 or more tricks. Pretty easy. Bilbo, he's required to win 3 or more tricks. And Pippin, he has to win the least tricks, the fewest, or tie for the fewest. Frodo's objective is to claim 4 rings cards, not necessarily winning tricks. So we get to decide which of these 3 hands we want our characters to be attached to. Knowing that we want Bilbo to win tricks, I think we're going to place Bilbo here, and we'll place Gandalf here, and Pippin there. Gandalf has a special rule: win 1 or more tricks and add the lost card, which is this card, to your hand. Then you may exchange a card with Frodo. So I'm going to exchange with Frodo this 6 of things, and Frodo's going to give up this 2 of hills. So this is our starting hand. This is what the game looks like. Looks awesome, by the way. The artwork is stunning, really great. And I don't know if I showed it off, but yeah, here's the box. It's got this really cool reflective thing going on. Tiny little rule book, very easy to read, very easy to learn. There are 18 chapters for us to play through, which is exciting. Some of the content is locked behind no admittance on party business. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Love it. Love it. I do love Lord of the Rings. Like, surprising to me that I completely spaced on this. Okay, now Frodo, his responsibility is to play the very first hand. And so we're going to play this 6 of mountains. So Frodo's leading with the 6 of mountains. So everyone else has to play a mountains card if they have it. Only one who does is Pippin. So Pippin's going to play that mountains. Everyone else can play another card that is not a mountains. And so we're going to play this ring, and we're going to play this ring. There is no trumps in this game. The rings don't trump and win the trick. But as you can see, we've just won this trick with Frodo, and he's got 2 of the 4 rings that we need Frodo to get. So I'm going to put these up here so we know we've got 2 rings. Can't quite see them because my melon's in the way, but they're there. Alright, we then are going to replenish each of the cards. A 3 of mountains, a 6 of hills, 7 of mountains, and an 8 of mountains. Okay, that 8 of mountains is a problem, because Pippin needs to win the least tricks. So how can we get around that? Okay, let's play this 2 of shadows from Frodo. So Frodo won the trick, so he is the guy who is going to play the next card. So the 2 of shadows is what Frodo will play. Bilbo has to follow suit. Gandalf has to follow suit. Pippin will play this 8. So Bilbo is now the winner of the trick, so he's going to be our lead player, and he's now won 1 trick. So Bilbo's going to lead off. What are we going to lead with? Hills, it looks like. Hills indeed. So Gandalf just needs to win 1 or more tricks. Now if we play Shadow, Pippin will win that trick, so we don't want to lead with Shadow. If we lead with Hills, have to go here. All right, yep, no, we're going to be fine. So we're going to play this 6 of Hills, leading with that. Frodo is going to play this mountain card. We're going to play the 4 down here on Pippin. And we're going to play the 8 on Gandalf. So Gandalf is the winner of that trick. And Gandalf's objective was to win 1 trick. So Gandalf has succeeded at his objective. Boom. 8 of forests for Frodo. That's good, actually. Alright, so Gandalf is going to play. We need to win 2 more here. So if we lead off with this 2, we go this 1. Yes. Okay, so we're going to lead with the 2. Has to follow suit. Frodo's going to play the 1 ring and choose to lead with the 1 ring, or choose to win the trick. So with the 1 ring, you can always choose to win that trick. This forest card will be the one that Bilbo plays. So Frodo wins this trick and gets his 3rd rings card. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're going to be home and hosed here. So we're going to lead with the 5 of rings. And because no one else has a ring suit, this is going to win the trick. So we need to leave Bilbo some cards to win with. So we'll take the 1 of shadows, we'll get rid of this 7 of heals, we'll get rid of this 6 of shadows. Yep. So that is the 4th ring that Frodo requires. So Frodo has now successfully completed his objective. Bilbo needs to win the remaining 2 of the remaining 4 tricks. And we're going to be fine. So we're going to play here this 4 of mountains from Frodo. Gandalf's going to win this trick by playing the 7. And we will take this 6 of forests here. And we will take this 8 of forests here. Done. So Gandalf wins that trick. Gandalf's now going to lead. He's going to lead with this 3 of hills. Tremendous. Bilbo's going to... Why am I missing 1 card up here? I feel like I've done something wrong. Perhaps I've done something wrong, but that's okay. I feel like we were fine at this point. So yeah, 5, which is Bilbo's card. So we're going to get rid of this 4. We'll get rid of this 7. So Bilbo wins that one. He'll play this 5. He'll play this 1. And this, and the rest of it doesn't matter because Bilbo's won 3 tricks and Merry can only win 2 more of the remaining cards. So we definitely messed that up, but I'm confident that we had the win in the bag. And so that's it. That's the first chapter completed. And that is the game. So I'm just going to play through a couple of chapters today and we'll see how far we get. I think that's really cool. And I haven't actually opened this box yet, so we're going to get to open the box together, which is great. Shuffling is going to be an important part. There's a couple of rules that I didn't elaborate on at that point. The first is that the ring suit cannot be led with until someone has played it into a trick, and when someone plays it, you flip that token over. So I didn't do that, but that is one of the rules. Bit of drop shuffling. Cardstock's very nice. Vibrancy of the colours is incredible. I'm sure you can see that on my incredibly vibrant camera. I do have quite a good camera actually. It's a good camera. The one thing it struggles with is focus, which I'm sure you've figured out. Alright, let us open this. Proceed hereafter, chapter 1. Chapter 2. Alright, I'll get this open and come back. Chapter 2. You ought to go quietly, and you ought to go soon, said Gandalf. 2 or 3 weeks had passed, and still Frodo made no sign of getting ready to go. I know, but it is difficult to do both, Frodo objected. If I vanish like Bilbo, the tale will be all over the Shire in no time. Ba-na-na-na-na. Bit of Jurassic Park music. A little delay in the Shire. Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin and Gandalf. So we do need to choose from one of these characters. There is no more Bilbo. So that's fine. And the threats are the Black Riders. How do threats work? We'll find out in a second. Let's place this card here. We'll flip this over. And so Merry, Sam and Frodo are all required characters for selection. Gandalf is an optional character for selection. The Black Riders, I'm not sure what they do. I'll assume they need to be shuffled. Okay. Win a specific heals card based on the value of the threat card drawn. Okay, that's Sam's ability, and we have to take Sam. So we have to win a very specific card with Sam. That's great. Alright, so I haven't dealt out the 1 ring, so I'll just find that. Should have done that. There it is. Give these a shuffle. What a neat little game. What a neat little game. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, 1. Oof, that's a strong starting hand. 4, 7, 3, 1, 2, 2, 7, and 5. All right, so this deck goes down here. So who do we want to play? Merry's a requirement. Pippin seems like the harder of the two. Gandalf seems to be the easiest of options, which is win 1 or more tricks. That seems easier to do. Now we'll decide where we want these 3 to go. I think we'll place Merry here, Sam, and that. Okay, so during setup, we add the lost card. Oops, I forgot to deal out a lost card. So that's Gandalf. We can exchange a card with Frodo. Let's give Frodo this card here and exchange this One of Hills with him. So Frodo's got all of the rings. It's how we want it to stay. And we will deal this out. So Sam has to capture a Hills card of 3. That has not yet appeared on the board. So that's cool to know. Okay. So I think we're good to go. So let's start by leading this 1 of Forest. Gandalf's going to go swinging. And we can play anything we want on Sam. Let's get rid of this 5 of Hills. So Gandalf has achieved his objective of winning 1 or more tricks. We'll deal out a 3 of Mountains, 3 of Rings, 7 of Forest, and an 8 of Hills. Alright, so we probably play the 8 of Hills, so we're not forced to play it when Sam has a card. We need to win 1 or 2 tricks with Merry, and we need to win that specific one. So Frodo is going to play the 1 ring against that, and Merry also doesn't have a heal card, so he's going to play that. And let's play this shadow card with Sam. Frodo's going to choose to win that trick. And so Frodo has achieved 2 of the required 4 rings cards. 5, 5, 7, and a 1. So Frodo's leading. So we're going to lead with this 5 of rings. Sam's got a whole pile of 7s there. Let's clear off this mountain. Let's clear off this forest. And let's get rid of this forest. So Frodo has won another trick with the 5 there. We'll replenish an 8 of mountains. That's a real problem. 4, 4, 4. So we have to be cautious here. So Frodo does still need to win 1 more trick. That's okay. 1 more rings card. He's got 3. So let's play this way. Let's do this 3 of mountains. Merry's going to play the 2 of mountains. Sam's going to play the 1 of mountains. Sorry, the 4. So Sam's going to win this trick. And Gandalf will play this 5 of shadow. This doesn't help Sam. He needs to win a specific Hills card. 6, 4, and there's a 4 of rings. So Sam's leading off. So Sam is likely to win here, but we want him to lead with this. So let's play this 7. Oh, I'll flip this over so we know the rings are active. 7 of shadows, and we're going to get Gandalf to take this one down. 6. And we'll get rid of this 2 of forest. Okay, so Gandalf takes that one, so he's fine. This is the last 4 cards. There's the card that we need to win with Sam. Gandalf has been the winner in this hand. Okay, so how do we manufacture this? How do we manufacture this? So we have to play this 1, I think. This 1. We'll play this 7 with Sam. We have to follow suit with a 4. And we have to follow suit with the 3. So Sam has successfully won the trick that he needed to win. He got his 3. However, he is still the leader here, and I see some problems. There is no way for us to hand over the suit at all. He wins a 6, and he wins the 2 forests. There's no way for us to avoid that. So we lose round 2. There it is. Easy as that. I'll reset. All right, let's crack on. We've drop shuffled. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, I'm going to play that one there. A lost pile. Here. Okay, Frodo starting with a lot of rings is interesting. All right, so I think we stay with Gandalf. A bit easier. And what card is Samwise chasing? Samwise is chasing the 3. The 3 of Hills. Hasn't come out as yet. So Gandalf gets this card added to his deck. Frodo leads. Has to lead that. Has to play that. Has to play that. We'll clear this mountains. Frodo wins the trick. And if Frodo deals himself a ring here, we technically can't lead. Okay, Frodo has to play this one. We'll clear the 4. We'll clear the 4. We'll clear the 1. Frodo wins again. 7 of that. 7 of that. A 2 of rings. Here we go. 6 of that. Alright, so Frodo's going to play this one. We're going to get rid of the forest. We're going to play the rings. And we'll play the 6 of shadow. Frodo wins his 3rd trick. His 1st ring. The rings are active, and we can lead with rings now, which is good for Frodo. There's the 8 of Hills, so that's a problem. Alright, so we'll lead with the 3 of rings. So Gandalf needs to win at least 1 trick. Yeah, we'll play 3 of rings. We're going to follow with the 7 here of Hills. We're going to follow with the 8 of Hills. And we're going to follow with the 4 of Shadow. So Frodo's winning again. He's won his 3rd ring, or 2nd ring rather. There is the card that Sam needs to win with. And I see a real problem. I see a real problem. That's okay. That's okay. So I can't play this. So I'm going to play the 5 of rings, and that's going to secure this for us. We're going to get rid of this card, and we're going to get rid of this card. So Frodo wins again and has achieved his goal of getting the 4 rings. And we need to be very careful with these remaining cards. That is very bad for us. Very bad indeed. So how can I manufacture this? So I think I have to play this 6 forest card. Yeah, okay. We may be okay. 6 of forests. Yes. We'll play the 7 of forests here. We'll play the 6 of hills here. We'll play the 1 of mountains here. So Samwise wins that one. It's not going to help us. Frodo's going to win that one. And I think we're tapped again. Because if Frodo wins this trick, which he has to follow suit, we need to win 1 trick with him, 1 trick with him, and 1 trick with him because we need that card. And there's no way for us to play a card here from Sam to allow him to win. Tricky stuff. Tricky stuff. Let's try a 3rd and final time. It's a good little game. It's a good little game. What a little tease. A little brain teaser. There's yeah, lots to like about that. All right, we'll come back. We'll set it all up after shuffling. Okay, let's go. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the brain burner. All right. 8, 6, 6, 5. 5 of rings. 4 of rings. 1 of forests. Alright, we have 1 lost card, which is the 5 of shadow. And the card that Sam is looking to chase down is, once again, the 3. Once again, it is not available at the start. I like Sam having a lot of heals cards. That seems good. Pippin, I think Pippin can have this bottom row. So Gandalf gets this extra card. Alright. Slide these over a bit. So, the first trick, Frodo leads. If we lead with this 3 of mountains, no. If we lead with this 7 of hills, we get rid of that. We'll play this 4 of hills here, this 5 of hills here, and we'll take Gandalf's ring out of his hands and start with a thank you very much for giving me the first ring. This is now activated, and that's a good start. All right, 1 ring down. He's got a 3 of rings. Oh, Gandalf's got a 2. There's the card that Sam needs to win. All right. Settle down, Deno. Calm your farm. So I'm going to play the 1 of forests. We're going to play the 2 of forests with Gandalf. So Gandalf's currently winning, but we are going to take this and this 6 here. So we clear that out. So Merry has won his first trick. We don't want him to win any more if we can avoid it. 4 of mountains, 4 of forests, 7 of shadow. All right, come on, Dano. Okay, so we're going to lead with the 1 of shadow. Sam's going to follow with the 7. Gandalf's going to follow with the 5, and Frodo will follow with this 4 of mountains. Okay, so Sam wins that trick, but more importantly, he can now lead with this 3. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so let's lead with this 3, and we're going to win that trick. So we're going to play the mountains here. We're going to get rid of that one there. And so this is 3 hills, so this is definitely going to win, so we'll play 3 shadows. All right, so Sam's achieved his goal. Well done, Samuel. Frodo hasn't yet, but he's about to. I'm a leaf on the wind, watch how I soar. Frodo, he's going to play the 1 ring in this round, because we're going to lead with the 5. Gandalf has to play the 2. We'll play the 1, and we'll clear this 8 out of Merry's hand. Frodo's achieved his goal. There's the 3 extra rings cards that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I have 1 extra card? Oh, Gandalf should have 1 there. Ooh. So Frodo's leading. Yep, no, this is it. I think we're fine. Frodo leads this 2 of hills. Gandalf plays this 3 of forests. Samwise wins with the 8. And that's that. Samwise is the leader. He'll play this 2 of mountains. We'll lead with a 6, or follow with a 6, play with a 7. We'll play the rings, it doesn't matter. Gandalf wins that one. And then Gandalf plays this, Gandalf plays this, and we win. Gandalf has 1 or more tricks, yes. Frodo has 4 or more rings cards, yes. Sam has the specific hills card, which is the 3, which is there. And Merry's only won 1 trick. Woo! Good work, team. Good work. That was a tricky one. That was a tricky one. Cool though. All right. So we'll grab out the story card for Chapter 3. What is Chapter 3 bringing out? Let's read it, shall we? Frodo sat down beside Sam and began to eat. What is the plan for today? Asked Pippin. To walk to Buckleberry as quickly as possible, answered Frodo, and gave his attention to the food. Well done, Frodo. What do we got to do? Oh, we've got Farmer Maggot and Gildor Inglorian. There's Gildor and there's Farmer Maggot. Get a close up of those little goobers. Farmer Maggot. So we have to play Frodo, Farmer Maggot and Gildor. Sam, Merry and Pippin is our last one. The threats, 1 to 4. Okay, so the way that he wins is by playing a forest card into the final trick. So it doesn't matter if he wins or not, yeah. Win 2 or more cards, matching the rank of the threat card drawn during setup of any suit. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, let's see if we can draw a different threat card. The answer is we can. It's a 1. So these 3 are required. And we have our choice of Merry, Sam, and Pippin. Okay. I tend to think that Merry is probably our best play here. Let's shuffle this deck up. And we'll be back. Alright, let's deal out our hands. So there is no... Oh yeah, there is still a card of that avoided. 1, 1, 5, 7, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7, 5, 4. Alright, so we can do some exchanges here. We can exchange with Frodo, Sam, or Pippin. So I could give Frodo this rings card and give him that. Actually, I might keep that one card and instead swap the 6 and then lead with that one card. I can exchange with Frodo, and I'm going to exchange that with Frodo. And we've drawn our threat card, and I can exchange with Pippin or Merry. At the moment, we're okay. So, we'll lead with this 1. So Frodo leads with this 1. So Farmer Maggot's going to follow with the 5. And have this hill. So Farmer Maggot, I get to play whichever one of these I want. I'm going to play the 1 of mountains. Farmer Maggot has just won a trick with 2 1s. And that was the one matching his objective. So Farmer Maggot has achieved his objective. Good start. Good start. 8 of forest. Farmer Maggot is leading now. So we don't care now about Farmer Maggot. So we've got to keep this 2. Doesn't matter, we can't play that 2. So I can't lead with a forest. Let's lead here with this 1 of, sorry, we're leading here. Yeah, okay, so we'll lead 5, mountain, 6 there, 7 there, and we'll clear this 7 of those. And so Gildor has now won that trick. Okay, I am seeing a problem here. So Gildor's leading. I can't lead with that forest card just in case I don't get another forest card. So I'll play this 6 of shadow. We're going to clear that out. We're going to clear that out. Merry's going to win this one. And that's the one trick that Merry needs to win. Has the option to win 1 more. There is a 5 of rings. All right. Now we're okay. So we're going to play this here, the 2 of mountains. Farmer Maggot's going to play his 4. We're going to play the 2, and we're also going to play the 1, and we're going to win that with Frodo and his 1 ring to rule them all. Excellent. So Frodo's got 2 of his cards. 6 forest card. Okay. Thank goodness we dealt another forest card there. So we can't play this, or both of these will get lost and Frodo loses because this is now active. So instead we will play the 5 of shadow. Oh. So we've put ourselves in a bit of a pickle here. Bit of a pickle. The 5 of shadow is going to mean Merry wins. That's okay. Yep. So we'll play the 5 of shadow. Bang. Follow with the 1. Follow with the 2. Follow with the 7. Merry wins his 2nd trick. If he wins 1 more trick, we lose. This is our last series of cards. That is a great card for us to pick up right there. That is a great card. Alright, so I'm going to play So Mary's 1, so he cannot win this trick. So if I play this 4, followed by a 3, followed by the 2, followed by the 8, Frodo wins this trick. Doesn't get any rings cards. Frodo plays this 6. Followed by this 5, followed by this ring, followed by this 1. No, I think we've failed. Have we? We've only got 3. Frodo's the winner of that trick. If he plays the 6, we have to follow here and win here. And then we play the 7 of forests, which is going to win the last trick. Damn! So good. So good, though. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode of BigDenoPlays, the Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. Hopefully you've got a bit of an insight into it. I'm looking forward to playing this with some multiple players, and I think it's a really great little game. So, yeah, hope you've enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next episode. Big Deno, out.